It's day one and match one of the 2024 IFCPF Men's World Championships here in Salau in Spain, and it's Chile and Italy to kick things off. I'm Oliver Walker-Peel. It is my absolute pleasure to be joining you across the next week or so for the tournament as Chile and Italy make their way out onto the main pitch here at Salau that we are using for the tournament. It's pitch 10 of the complex, but it is ours for the next week or so as Chile and Italy make their way onto the pitch, an AstroTurf pitch, as they look to start their Men's World Championship competition off on the right foot. Jorge Barbasan in the middle of the officials' pool as the match ball is taken off the plinth. And as the players start to line up, we will now cross for the national anthems of Italy and Chile. So now with the national anthems done, we can run through the starting sevens for both sides, and we'll start with Chile. In goal, we'll go with number 1, Jairo Gonzalez. Number 3 is Oscar Palma. Number 5 is Rodrigo Ulloa. Number 7 is Darwin Diaz. Number 10 is Bastian Velasquez. And number 11 is Patricio Saavedra, joined by number 14, Thomas Valenzuela. And for Italy, in goal, they will go with number 1, Daniele Becciagato. Number 2 is Mattia Martinello. Number 4 is Leonardo Naci. Number 5 is Antonio Morigliano. Number 6 is Andrea Valenti, the captain. Number 9 is Federico Lovasio. And number 10 is Simon Zanina. That's Italy captain Andrea Valenti. And Chile captain Patricio Saavedra exchange pennants in the middle. The referee for this first game is Ross Haswell. His assistants, Jose Jaureño Gil and Adrian Paul Huritic. Fourth official is Jorge Barbisan. So we are almost ready to go. Both sides congregating for a final team photo. And then the action will be underway here from Salau. Here in Salau for the first of 3 tournaments in 2024. The Women's and Men's World Cups will be held in November later this year. So if you're not yet acquainted with Salau as a venue and you're an IFCPF fan, you certainly should be. Or if you're not, then you'll get the chance throughout this year because there's going to be a lot of cerebral palsy football being played here. These two teams only separated by 3.4 ranking points heading into this game in the world rankings. Chile, the higher placed, in 18th, and Italy in 19th. So it all points to being a rather even clash here to open proceedings in Salau. So it will be Italy to kick us off with Federico Lovasio wearing the number 9 and FT2 player for Italy. They will be kicking from left to right in their blue shirts, white shorts and blue socks. It'll be Chile, red shirts, blue shorts and white socks from right to left. And we're underway for the 2024 Men's World Championships here from Salau. Which team will reign supreme at the end of this competition, the final taking place next Thursday. As Italy look to make the first foray forward. That's on halfway, Martinello combining with Lovasio. Good work from Zanina to work his way through, and his shot was then well saved by Jairo Gonzalez. Long tenured Chile player, made his debut in 2015, so almost 10 years in the system for the Chile shot stopper. Looks as though Oscar Palma and Rodrigo Ulloa in a back two. Ulloa looking for the long ball in behind the Italy backline, but that will disappear through to Daniele Becciagato. Play down the Italy left, but that'll be out of play. And behind for a Chile goal kick. For those not aware of IFCPF rules, it's of course different to 11-a-side football. It's 2 halves of 30 minutes. And you must have at least one FT1 player and one FT3 player on the pitch for you at all times in your 7. So you can have a maximum of one FT3 and a minimum of one FT1. So you can have 5 FT2 players if you wish. It's the most you can have at any one time. Here's Valenzuela, who looked for the lateral pass. It's telegraphed and cut out by Zanina, who works down the Italy right. Look to pull it back. Good defending by Ulloa. Back with the Italy number 10. Gave it short to Mariliano. Nice flick there from Darwin Diaz as it's prodded back forward, and that'll be rather easy for Gonzalez in the Chile goal. Good turn from Velasquez. As the referee Ross Haswell plays advantage. Didn't amount to much for Chile though. That'll be out of play for a Chile throw. Italy's defender Leonardo Nachi down tying the shoelaces. So we'll have a short break in play. Joe was fouled. The Chile defender back to his feet. He was one of many in this squad who was part of the 2023 Parapan American Games that were held in Chile, in Santiago. Another part of CP football, if you're not aware that you will see in this game, is that there are no offsides. So players can get in behind the opposition back line a different way that you would in 11-a-side football, as Chile have it high on their left-hand side. Velasquez switches play for Darwin Diaz just outside the box. He played it back for Velasquez, and it'll be brought back for a Chile free kick just outside the area. Darwin Diaz, the player, felled. He scored once at the Parapan American Games last year, but he won't be taking this free kick. It'll be Tomas Valenzuela, who also scored at that tournament. It's a 3-man wall for Italy. The Italian goalkeeper is crowded. So a free kick here for Valenzuela, who plays short and gave it away. That's a play from Mariliano. As it's rolled in short. Cerebral palsy football, you can either roll the ball in or throw it in. But if you're going to go underarm, it has to be a roll rather than a throw, or it will be going back the other way. Diaz gave it away. Lavasio. Now back with Velasquez. Darwin Diaz had it taken away. Good play by Zanina. Lavasio. But Italy's number 9 and 10 are unable to work with one another to make something more of that. Darwin Diaz looking for the lofted ball for Velasquez, who was brought down by Leonardo Nachi. Maybe we're able to hear the wind through the microphone. Not as strong as it has been in the last couple of days. In Salau, it's been stronger than this, but the wind's still prevalent. Maybe one of these two teams can use that to their advantage during the game. Meanwhile, a free kick for Valenzuela, who scores! What a way to open the goal scoring in Salau for the Men's World Championships of 2024. Thomas Valenzuela with one to savour, and Chile lead in the opening game of the tournament. That is some free kick. And Thomas Valenzuela, who knows all about scoring for Chile, particularly in front of the Chile fans when he did so in Santiago last year, has scored in Salau and put his team in front as for the restart Saavedra fouls Sanina just back of halfway for Italy, who now have to find a response. For the long shot, Nachi straight at the goalkeeper, Jaro Gonzalez. Sent away by Ajoa, looking for Velasquez. That one goes out to play for throw for Chile. So they work it down the right-hand side and they'll get another opportunity at it. Not too far away from where the last one was. Sicily have it back. Moving forward, Martinello. Coming across Saavedra to step in, and he did it well. Chile look to clear away. Valenzuela, Chile goal scorer. Good tackle from Martinello. Chile, who finished second from bottom of the Parapan Games last year. Italy, who were last in action at last year's Euros and finished last in that competition. Here is the captain in Valenti. Lofted forward, but that will drift wide of Jairo Gonzalez's goal. As Patricio Saavedra's laces are undone. We've had 2 of those stoppages now in the first half here in Salau. Italy finishing 8th of 8 at last year's Euros. Scotland, who were also here at this tournament, was 7th in a tournament that Ukraine won.
Pues sí, estamos aquí en el estadio de Salou. Un partido entre Chile e Italia. Estamos aquí con Dani y con Roger.
Joa.
Me cago en la leche, está viniendo la pelota. ¡Ay, mierda! Le he tocado. Le he tocado.
Joa. Diaz. That one will drift behind. In fact, it stayed in. It looks from commentary position that had gone out, but not to be. Palmer playing it out of play. It was good work from Valenti to apply the pressure. He's an FT1 player, is Andrea Valenti, meaning that he has more severe impairments. He sends it in towards the box, and it's sent wide by Martinello. So the classifying system, FT1 is a more severe impairment, FT2 is a moderate level, and FT3 less severe. Darwin Diaz. Now Saavedra, who looks back for Darwin Diaz. It's a good ball over towards the Chile right. He looked to send it in, and it's blocked behind by Valenti for a Chile corner. Corner here from the Chile right. Just sends in low, doesn't clear the first man at the front post in Leonardo Nachi. Sent it towards Saavedra, who heads wide. It's a really presentable opportunity, that Valenzuela. Almost a mastermind with a wonderful ball in, but Saavedra couldn't quite convert. Back on the ball now, looks to shoot from range and almost found the far corner. Drifted just wide, and Chile are well on top in this first game here in Salau for 2024 in this Men's World Championships competition. They've made a really, really good start. Aureliano had an option to his right, and Martinello went alone and scored a beautiful goal. He went alone and drove an absolute pile driver into the top left corner. And after conceding a wonderful goal down the other end, Italy have responded with a wonderful goal of their own. Morigliano gets Italy on the board in this Men's World Championships competition. Chile's lead lasting 10 minutes. And we've been treated to two absolutely wonderful goals in the first game of this tournament. And if that's anything to go by, then strap yourselves in and get some popcorn, because this is going to be fun. Diaz looking for the ball forward. Didn't quite find its way through to a teammate in red. He was looking for Velasquez. Saavedra looking to curl one and curling wide. Let's play it down the line and out of reach of Martinello. Oscar Palma. Now with the Joa. It's lofted forward. Will disappear through for Velasquez. Good turn by Saavedra. Italy have it back. Morigliano playing it to his left. Zanina looking to feed it through for Lavasio, and a very timely intervention sends that behind for an Italy corner. Just over 10 minutes to play in this first half an hour in this Men's World Championship tournament. Corner sent in low and almost definitely flicked on by Leonardo Nacci.
Hola, 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 hola. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? De, sí, no. Escolta bé. Digue'm que s'escolta bé.
Played in towards the middle, and that one goes behind for another corner. They played it short. Morigliano blocked. That one's driven in, and again we'll go behind this time for a goal kick. A couple of Chile fans have made their way in, as they've turned the ball over and Morigliano has scored. He's scored a wonderful goal already. That one, not quite as aesthetically pleasing, but just as important. To give Italy the lead for the first time in this game. Joao was robbed of the ball and Morigliano took full advantage to put Italy in front. About 4 minutes in between goals for Italy's number 5, Antonio Morigliano. As Chile looked for a response. Diaz was making a run into the middle. Didn't get to him. Cleared away by Velasquez. Diaz back on the right-hand side for Chile. Twisting and turning and thwarted by Andrea Valenti. It's a curling effort. Went well wide. About 6.5 minutes plus first half stoppage time to play. Valenti almost gave it away, but making it work there, Leonardo Nacci. Diaz. He went over. And he was adjudged to have been fouled, has he? Or has it been brought back for an earlier decision? Brought back for an early decision, in fact, and it's gone the other way. So it'll be an Italy free kick. Actually playing long. Kindly for Patricio Saavedra. Now Joao on the left-hand side looking to play it down the inside left channel. With Saavedra again. Looking for the ball over the top, but that one out of play. Italy almost give it away themselves in a really dangerous area. Was Martinello also almost the guilty party? He was bailed out by his goalkeeper. Saavedra looking to curl one. Again, unable to curl it inside the upright. Shaw will roll it in. Just eluded the intended target in Valenzuela. Sliding challenge was a strong one from Velasquez. Free kick for Italy. With about 2.5 minutes to play before the first 30 minutes elapses, an audacious effort from range is well over the top from Leonardo Narci. Lavasio hit the floor. Diaz. Velasquez. Trying to get through the middle of a couple. Saavedra over towards the right-hand side for Darwin Diaz. Looking to roll it square, but behind last off Valenti. Which Thomas Valenzuela goes over to take. Sent it towards the middle, towards the back post. Diaz is superbly kept out. Wonderful save by Bechegato to keep his team in front. Looked for sure like Darwin Diaz was about to score to draw his team back level, but not to be. Goes over to take the resulting corner. That's headed wide in the end. Saavedra looking to turn inside. Valenti looking to roll it forward. A great ball. Chance for 3-1, and they've hit the post. Big chance for Lavasio, who got in behind but couldn't convert. Back the other way go Chile. Valenzuela, wonderful run, and he's saved. Seen his effort saved. He's stopped by Bechegato. Would have been a quite wonderful goal from Thomas Valenzuela, but he couldn't draw his team back level. A couple of massive chances, one for either side in the space of about 15 seconds. Valenzuela in towards the middle. Acrobatically trying to help it away with Zanina. Breaks kindly from Aureliano, who's on a hat-trick. Lavasio was fouled by Valenzuela, and that's the first yellow card of proceedings. Going to Chile's goal scorer. The crowd move away from the referee. Vasio needing a little bit of space. Now into the 3rd minute of added time in the first half. Standing over the free kick is Leonardo Narci. His eyes start to turn towards the referee, Ross Haswell, who brings the whistle to his mouth. And that'll be half time. Italy had just turned the ball over. And it looked as though there was an opportunity for Bastian Velasquez to maybe bring his team back level, but he was stopped by the referee, who was immediately sworn by players in red. As it is, their protestations will fall on deaf ears, and that is half-time here in the first game of the 2024 Men's World Championships. At half-time, it's Chile 1, Italy 2. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back after this. Welcome back to Salau for the 2024 Men's World Championships. The IFCPF side of things, and at half-time in game one, it's Italy who lead Chile by 2-1. A double from Antonio Morigliano, one brilliant goal and one really clever piece of play, an alert piece of play after the goal scoring was started by Thomas Valenzuela with what was a wonderful goal to put Chile 1-0 up at the time, but instead of being in front by a goal, they're now behind by a goal. We're now underway for the second half in game one of two today, in day one of the 2024 IFCPF World Championships. Northern Ireland and Scotland to follow at midday. As Italy work it forward early in this second half. Going over in the box for Italy was their number 10, Simone Zanina, but no penalty. Valenti stepping in, shooting from range and almost scoring, but just putting it wide. Scored in the bigger goal down away to the left, but you don't get anything for that in this game. Saavedra lost out, but it broke kindly for Ojoa, who sent high, bouncing ball, and eventually helped away to play for the Chile throw. Saavedra now with Ojoa, whose shot was blocked. Here's Diaz. Challenged by Valenti. And the ball in from the side for Chile in their red shirts, blue shorts and white socks. Saavedra works space for a shot. It's blocked and Valenti will again send the ball out of play and into touch for a Chile throw. Going over there was Zanina. Valenti leaving the free kick for Nachi, who plays short. Valenti wasn't going on target, but kept in by Lavasio. Morigliano on a hat-trick straight to the goalkeeper. And he's annoyed with himself, Italy's number 5, that he didn't score as that ball stays in play. Chile should be able to move away here. But Antonio Morigliano almost with a hat-trick on day one of the Men's World Championships. Zanina, good challenge from Chile's number 3 in Oscar Palma. He's playing in a back two with Rodrigo Ojoa. Saavedra away by Nachi. Ojoa down the Chile left, and that one will run out of play ahead of Bastian Velasquez. Rolled in short. Does Italy have it back? Lavasio. Too much on the ball. Palmer. Diaz. With Palmer. Lovely bit of control by Bastian Velasquez, who was then clipped and brought down by Leonardo Naci, who will be yellow carded. He's the first Italian into the book. Thomas Valenzuela was yellow carded earlier in the game in first half stoppage time. Valenzuela with the resulting free kick is kept alive, and Italy thought that had gone behind. You've got to play to the whistle. It's helped away by Martinello, and there's a few words in anger spoken between players of both sides. Something said or done by one that wasn't well liked by the other. Valenzuela in towards the middle, away by Moriliano. Fascio trying to get there, won't be able to. High by Saavedra. Valenzuela and out of play for a Chile corner from Andrea Valenti. Thomas Valenzuela over to take. Couldn't make anything of that opportunity though. Score remaining 2-1 to Italy. Goals from Italy by Antonio Moriliano. Good control by Saavedra, who turns away from Moriliano. Plays it left for Darwin Diaz. Good tackle by Martinello. Chile try and reload here. Velasquez looking back for Diaz, but that one won't work for Chile. All the way back now with the Chile goalkeeper in Jairo Gonzalez, who made a really good save from Moriliano to denying what would have been his hat-trick earlier in the half. Diaz went left. Was Ajoa fouled? He thought so. Referee disagreed, but Chile will have a corner instead. Right footed from Diaz in towards the middle. The Vasio got something on it. It played a factor in the ball going where it was. Palmer from range, and that one offline. I want to judge to have struck the arm of Zanina. Free kick for Oscar Palmer as the crowd starts to roll in here in Salau. Right-footed online, and that was perilously close from an Italy point of view of being 2-2. Sent right to the goal mouth, and Echegato might have got something on that to help turn it away. Resulting corner, Diaz headed away by Mirigliano. Back out towards Darwin Diaz. Mirigliano back there. And helping it further away was Martinello. He was then fouled by Diaz, and it will be an Italy free kick to follow. So you have a look at the replay, just in the follow-through from Diaz. No intent in that whatsoever. But an Italy free kick nonetheless, not before a Chile change. It'll be number 10 off and number 13 on. Sebastian Velasquez goes off, and he'll be replaced by Julian Hernandez. So we'll get a break in play here. Italy with a player down. It's Federico Lavasio. So he's number 9. Federico Lavasio, the Italy striker. Receiving a little bit of treatment. Just forward of halfway. That Chile change, by the way. Sebastian Velasquez, an FT2. Come off for Julian Hernandez, also an FT2. So a straight swap from a classification point of view. Fascio walks off the field of play. And it looks like he'll be replaced by Gianluca Levecchi. Saavedra towards the middle, going over Diaz, and he's called to get to his feet. Levecchi, his first touch. He's angrily going in there for Italy with Zanina. And there's still some harsh words. Threatening to boil over here, which is something that we don't want to see. We've seen one yellow card brought out already. Now, Ross Haswell having a word with his fellow officials. Now, a player from both sides will be called over, it looks like. For Italy, it's Simon Zanina. And the yellow card will be rescinded. It's going to red. So it was Zanina initially booked. And the punishment is upgraded. And Simon Zanina sees red after seeing red. A complete showing of ill discipline. Simon Zanina losing control, and his afternoon in terms of a football playing sense is over. And it'll be a question of what that red card is described as, if it's violent conduct or not, because if it's violent conduct, that's a 3-game ban. If it's only a 1-game ban, he'll miss tomorrow's clash with the Northern Irish team at worst, but it could be upgraded to 3. Meanwhile, the play restarted with an Italy free kick sent on target from Aureliano. And now time for all involved to breathe and just come to terms with what we've seen. Driven low, blocked by Aureliano, broke for Saavedra. That hit the referee, but play went on. Chile back with the ball. Going over there, Hernandez. Saavedra. Now Diaz once more. Back with the Chile number 11, looking to curl one. Headed high and away by Nachi. Saavedra rolled square for Diaz. Joa to his right, that's where the ball goes. Controls inside the area. And then played it over the byline for an Italy goal kick. Joa towards the left-hand side for Hernandez. In the road there, Aureliano, who was initially shielded away from it, but then the ball ran out of play for an Italy throw. Looks like we'll see Simone Calderera. Looked like he was about to come on, but it's Chile switch instead. Alexis Pavez coming on for Oscar Palmer. Pavez, who made his debut for the Chile national team in 2015. Broke for Pavez, who fired wide. His First involvement was to fire one off target. Saavedra, Parves over towards the right-hand side. Velasquez, shot blocked. Antonio Morigliano doing great work at both ends here for Italy. Has scored 2. But a big block there to keep Valenzuela out it was. Valenzuela, who's looking for his second of the game. Might have a chance here. Heavy first touch and through to the Italy goalkeeper in Becciagato. Antonio Morigliano is down on the ground and requiring assistance by the looks of things. With under 10 to play in the 60 minutes. Morigliano now back to his feet. Saavedra away from one challenge, looks to roll square, but Morigliano helps away. Parves with time and space. Valenzuela fouled Morigliano. Play set to be restarted with an Italy free kick. Which won't amount to anything for Italy. Parves. Valenzuela. Parves to shoot and wasn't too far away from finding the top corner. Becciagato trying to clear away, broke for Diaz, who looked to pass it across, and Italy scrambling eventually get it clear and behind for a corner. They work it short. A challenge by Morigliano, who was then fouled by Julian Hernandez. Referee Ross Haswell gesturing to his watch to say this time will be added on. It's booted long from Nachi. Played short for Pavez. Joa. Combining with Valenzuela. Pavez. Playing across, but intercepted by Mariliano. Joa looking for the crossfield switch. Pavez again. Receives it back. Helped away once more by Martinello, who has had a really good game defensively. In towards the middle and shinned away by Nachi. Less than 4 minutes to play plus added time. Pavez as Chile look for an equaliser. Saavedra, Diaz, laying one up for Vasquez. Parried, what a double save. Might be called into action again as Pavez blazes over. But in a blaze of glory, Daniele Becciagato with a superb double save to keep his team in front. The second one perhaps even better than the first. How in the world have Italy stayed in front? I tell you what, if Italy end up with the 3 points at the end of today's game, they'll have not only Antonio Mariliano, but also Daniele Becciagato to thank. Still work for Italy to do, though. Look to work it forward. Saavedra fired straight to Becciagato, who parried. Back into danger, but scrambled behind from an Italy point of view for another Chile corner. Chile mounting up the pressure here. There's still time for them to grab an equaliser and then maybe more if they can do that first. Corner, swept in Saavedra! Headed wide. A free header and it looked like he was going to bring it level, but header misdirected and offline. Couple of massive chances there for Chile to bring this game all square again. But it's Italy who still lead as we move into the game's final knockings. Valenzuela, Diaz, the edge of the area, Pavez. Saavedra on target, blocked. Italy hanging on here with a minute and a half plus stoppage time remaining. Valenzuela, Ulloa over the top. A defender by trade. It's Rodrigo Ulloa. His job isn't to put the ball in the back of the net, but that one couldn't be converted as going down is Andrea Valenti. Referee Ross Haswell will call for treatment and Daniele Becciagato will play the role of physio until the employed physios come along and help out. Andrea Valenti is an FT1 player. We've got a couple of outfield FT1 players who started on the bench. One of them in Gianluca Lovecchi has already come on. Mattia Vrech is the other one. So should Andrea Valenti need to come off, it would have to be Mattia Vrech to come on unless they fancied throwing on their backup goalkeeper in Alessio Postela, who is also FT1, but something tells me that's unlikely. The end of 30 minutes in this second half. We're into second half stoppage time. Chile running out of time. Saavedra, rolling square, Diaz left it. I don't think he was intending to leave it behind. As we move into 5 minutes of added time at the end of the second half. Italy so close to a win in their first game, but they're not there yet. Morigliano, who will have his name in the headlines should Italy go on to win this game. Here is Morigliano, who was brought down from behind by the opposite number 5 in Rodrigo Ulloa, who is yellow carded. Italy in no rush to take this, as you can understand. It's booted long and into the waiting arms of Jairo Gonzalez. Chile on their left-hand side. Hernandez. Blocked by Martinello. Paves, attacking side of the centre circle for Chile. Back to halfway for the recently yellow carded Ulloa. Saavedra looking to fire one on goal, parried away and helped further clear. Andre Valenti clearing away well. This game going down to the wire. Paves. Helped away by the Italian number 4 in Narci. Ulloa to Paves in space. Can shoot if he wants. He does! Deflected en route. Diaz is there. Hits the crossbar and helped in by Saavedra. Chile are level. And though Darwin Diaz couldn't score from right in front of the goal line, there waiting to pick up the pieces was Patricio Saavedra, who in second half stoppage time draws Chile level. In the 3rd minute of added time. And who's to say Chile can't go on and win it from here? They've got about a minute and a half of the 5 allotted minutes to try and find something. They look the more likely at the moment, but not if Antonio Morigliano has anything to say about it. Given what he's done today, he loses out. Saavedra. Options left and right, goes right looking for Valenzuela. Too much on the pass. Less than a minute to play in the 5 added on. Ross Haswell calls for the hurry up. Valenzuela. Now Ulloa. Paves at the edge of the area. Saavedra cuts it back. Valenzuela, what a save! Beccigato standing tall again. Down away to his left, keeping Chile out. Valenzuela. Ulloa fires from range. There's Diaz with the overhead and palmed away again by Becciagato, who is willing Italy towards a point. Played short. Diaz. Julian Hernandez. How long have we got? Not long enough for Chile to find a winner. And an enthralling game of cerebral palsy football ends all square. A late equaliser right at the end of the game from Patricio Saavedra means that the points are shared. And at full time, here in the first game in Salau, it's Chile 2, Italy 2. Both teams leave the field of play. A wonderful game of football has just concluded. And we're about to go down for some post-match interviews. It looks as though one of the members of the local organising committee in Paul Aguilar has tracked down the late hero in Patricio Saavedra. Toby, Chile's number 11. And we will throw down to that interview now. Just one moment as we sort out the audio.
Okay, we're now for the post-game interview with the captain of Chile. We'll do it in Spanish and then I'll translate a little bit. Bueno, ha sido un partido duro, como comentábamos ahora. Supongo que os vais más o menos satisfechos por haber podido empatar, porque es mucho mejor que perder, pero supongo que queríais ganar el partido. Habéis dominado también varias fases, sobre todo al final con más jugadores en el campo, y supongo que vais a por más.
Sí, obvio. Buenos días. Primero que nada, creo que fue un partido duro, bastante golpeado. Creo que somos superiores. Si bien no nos salió el gol, tuvimos oportunidades, a veces nos enfrancamos un poco con el árbitro, pero nada, creo y confiamos como equipo de que esto vamos a aprender mucho más y vamos a seguir mejorando. Creo que dominamos siempre el balón fue nuestro y hay días que a veces los goles no salen o de repente cuesta un poco más, pero nada, por lo menos sacamos un empate, creo que deberíamos haberlo ganado. Para mí había una mano que fue penal, una mala corrección ahí del árbitro, del profe, pero eso no nos queda nada más que seguir remando hacia adelante y seguir este campeonato. Un empate ya por lo menos no fue una derrota. Pudimos haber aprovechado mucho mejor la superioridad numérica, pero nada, por lo menos sacamos el gol.
Gracias.
Gracias a ti.
Okay, so he said that it was a tough game with some decisions that favored the other team, but they also dominated most part of the game, and they won. They won more. They said they have a bit of tough luck, but they will keep going to try and win again. I'm gonna interview now the captain of Italy, Andrea. Ciao.
Ciao.
It was a very tough game, and you had to suffer at the end a little bit.
Yes.
What do you think about the draw? Because you got to you got to come back and you were winning 1-2, but then at the end it was a lot of attacking by Chile.
Yes.
And are you satisfied with the draw, or you wanted to win?
Yes, the first half is completely different because are 7 versus 7 and strong. Chile is very strong team physically, and is a good first half. Is very good goal of Antonio and really good attitude for the team. The second half is really difficult because 4 people, 5 people is completely different. It's really difficult competing with Chile. Yes, 1 point is good. There are 3 matches with Ireland, Scotland, and South Korea. It's really good. Yes.
You hope to be in the final?
Yes, I hope so. I hope yes. And Italy is a good team. It's a young team, and there are 3 match and strong people, strong team. We will see.
Okay, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you so
Grazie.
much. Grazie a te.
Thank you to Paul Aguilar for the post-match interviews with both of the captains in first, Patricio Saavedra of Chile and Antonio Merigliano. In fact, rather, Andrea Valenti, my apologies, of Italy. We will bid you farewell until the start of the second game between Scotland and Northern Ireland. That'll start at about midday. We'll be live just before full time in Game 1, Chile 2, Italy 2. We'll be back with you in just under an hour's time.